A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 187. I bless the world because I bless myself.
Lesson 187 means that when you are kind to yourself, you help everyone. When you choose loving thoughts for yourself, that love spreads into the world. Blessing the world means seeing it with kindness and care, and you can do that by blessing yourself first. This lesson teaches you that loving yourself and loving the world are the same, and when your heart is gentle, everything around you feels brighter.
You cannot give something unless you already have it. Giving shows that you do have it. Everyone agrees with this part, but here is where the world and truth sees things differently. The world says that when you give something away, you have less. But the truth says that when you give with love, you actually have more. Giving adds to what you have, because love grows when it is shared.
You cannot give what you do not have. People often say they cannot show love unless they first feel love. This belief comes from the ego, which says that taking from others is how we gain, and that one must lose for another to win. But Jesus teaches that we give ideas, not things. When we give love or kindness, we do not lose, it grows, because true giving increases what we have.
It may seem strange, but when you give something away, like kindness or forgiveness, you do not lose it. You strengthen it in your own mind. Things only show the thoughts behind them, and ideas grow by being shared. Even if the form changes, what returns to you is greater than what you gave. You never lose when you give love.
If I give you money, I have less. But when I share love or ideas, I do not lose anything. I strengthen them in my mind. Thoughts grow when shared. We are always teaching either fear or love, depending on what we believe. If I teach guilt through attack, I feel more guilty. If I teach love through forgiveness, I feel more loving. The body does not truly give, only the mind gives. So when we give with love and ask for nothing in return, we are really giving to ourselves. That is why giving and receiving are the same.
Before you can give an idea to others, you must accept it for yourself. If you want to help save the world, you need to accept that you are already saved. But you will not truly believe this until you see how it brings miracles to everyone you meet. This is how giving becomes clear and meaningful, because when you give love and truth, you see more of it in your life. By giving, you actually have more.
If you want to teach A Course in Miracles, you must live its message, not just say the words. You cannot teach love unless you are learning to love. When you choose the Holy Spirit as your teachers, others will feel peace around you because you are sharing the peace you accepted for yourself. Jesus says to show He lives in you, not by words, but how you treat others, with kindness instead of fear, with love instead of specialness. You will know the Course is working when you feel less afraid and others feel safe and happy around you. That is how we teach, by living the truth and letting our peace help others find theirs.
If you want to keep something truly valuable, the best way is to give it away. When you share it, you prove it is really yours. But do not hold on too tightly to how it looks, because forms change over time and do not last. What stays the same is the loving thought behind it. That thought is what matters, because it can never be lost or changed.
Jesus teaches us not to hold back love or stay stuck in selfishness. To truly learn this course, we must protect what matters most, peace and love, by letting them flow through us to others. When we give up trying to be special and simply share love, we keep it forever. The world values form, bodies, roles, and rituals, but these do not last and cannot replace God. True love is not in what changes, but in the quiet, shared feeling of unity that comes from God. This changeless love brings purpose, peace, and joy, and helps us remember who we really are.
Give with a happy heart, because when you give, you always gain. Loving thoughts grow stronger when shared, and they can never be lost. In God's way of giving, no one loses. Both people keep the love and are made stronger by it. The one who gives keeps the gift, and the one who receives will also give in return. Both are blessed, each in the way that helps them most. What you seem to give away is never as valuable as what is given back to you.
We give with joy because when we see others with love and peace, we feel more loving and peaceful too. Kindness teaches us about Jesus' love, and when we block love or judge, we miss his message. Love must be shared to be real. When we give it to others, we give it to ourselves. Cursing others hurts us. Blessing others heals us. The world sees giving and receiving as separate, but in truth, they are one. In heaven, giving is creating, and love extends forever. God's love is our greatest gift, and it cannot be lost because it is who we are. When we give it, we remember its value and our own.
Never forget that when you give, you are really giving to yourself. When you understand true giving, the idea of sacrifice seems silly. You also begin to see all the different ways that sacrifice shows up, like pain, loss, sickness, sadness, hunger, and even death. But when you see that sacrifice is behind all these things, you can smile gently at them. That peaceful laughter helps them disappear because they are not real in God's love.
Jesus teaches that no one needs to lose for someone else to gain. Sadness, pain, and death are just forms of the ego's false idea of sacrifice. But with Jesus, we learn that giving means everyone gains and nothing real is ever lost. When we join with him outside the dream, we gently laugh at the idea that suffering is real, not because we do not care, but because we now see it is not the truth. He asks us to bring every painful thought to him so we can look at the false cause together and smile, knowing it was only a dream. In this loving laughter, we are healed, and we remember we are still God's one holy child.
When you see that something is not true, it disappears. If you do not accept the idea of suffering, the thought behind it goes away too. When you look at anyone who is suffering and remember it is not real, you bring them a blessing. All suffering comes from the mistaken idea of sacrifice, the belief that someone must lose for someone else to gain. But this idea is so crazy that when your mind is clear, you let it go right away.
When we look at the ego with Jesus, we see it is not real and it disappears. But if we forget the world came from a thought of separation, we believe it is real and think we must fix it. Then we may try to save others through action, forgetting that true healing comes from seeing the world as a dream. Jesus teaches us not to join with our brother's pain, but to stand beside him in love, knowing he is not the dream but the dreamer. True empathy sees Christ's strength in both of us. Sacrifice, the belief that someone must lose, comes from fear and is unknown to God. When we stop believing in sacrifice and suffering, we are healed and help our brother remember he is too.
Never believe that you need to sacrifice anything. Sacrifice is not part of anything that truly matters. If you feel like you must give something up or lose to gain, it means you are thinking in error, and it can be corrected. You correct it by forgiving and blessing. When you accept this blessing for yourself, You can then share it with others. No kind of sacrifice or suffering can last when you have truly forgiven and remembered the love and peace that belongs to you.
We do not need to believe someone must lose for us to gain, or that special relationships will make us happy. We also do not need to feel guilty for thinking this way. Jesus asks us to turn to Him when we notice these thoughts, so He can help us see they come from nothing. If I join someone in their pain, I cannot help them. I can ask the Holy Spirit to help me see differently. Even if I look the same on the outside, inside I will feel calm and peaceful. That peace becomes a quiet blessing I bring. Love can only be shared if I first accept it. When I let go of fear, I stop believing suffering is real, even if I still see it.
The flowers your brother gives you are placed on your altar, along with the ones you give to him. How could anyone be afraid to see such beauty and holiness? The false fear of God disappears when you see this pure gift. Do not be afraid to look. What you will see is so full of love and blessings that you will forget about the outer form, and only the perfect gift will remain, always growing, always yours, and always meant to be shared.
In A Course in Miracles, lilies stand for forgiveness, showing that giving and receiving love are the same. This truth is not about bodies, but minds. Real gifts come from love in the mind, not from things. When you offer love instead of judgment, you free both your brother and yourself. Seeing no separation means no guilt, no fear, and no need to be special. Jesus tells us not to be afraid to look, because we will not see sin, but light. In the holy instant, we are shown two pictures, one of fear from the ego, and one of light from the Holy Spirit. When we choose to see with love, the fearful picture fades, and we remember God's love is all we truly have.
Now we are joined in the same loving thought, because fear is gone. We stand together before the altar of our one God, one Father, one Creator, and one loving thought as one Son of God. We are not separate from God, and we are not separate from each other. We are one self, joined in innocence and love. We feel blessed as we give and receive together. God's name is in our heart, and when we look within, we see the pure light of heaven shining as a reflection of our Father's love.
Hearing the word one again and again reminds us we are one with each other and with God. This is who we truly are. When we share the same goal with even one person, the idea of winners and losers disappears. We remember we are one Son of God, joined with our Creator. At the end of our journey, we pause in quiet thanks, knowing we are not alone. God and all our brothers are with us. A holy relationship shows us this love, no longer about sacrifice, but about guiding each other home.
Now we feel blessed and gladly share that blessing with the world. We choose to see God's love and light in everyone, leaving no one out. By offering this holy vision to all, it returns to us like shining lilies placed on the altar in our hearts, making a home for God's innocence, who lives in us and shares His holiness as our own.
When we choose the Holy Spirit's blessing over the ego's guilt, love and peace flow through us to everyone. Guilt causes attack, but forgiveness brings peace. With Jesus' help, we see the light of Christ in all people, even those who seem lost. We trust not the ego, but the love waiting in every heart. Whether we see beauty or pain, we stay in peace, because love is now our shared vision. This sight heals fear, ends guilt, and shows us we are one Son of God, waking together at love's altar, where peace never ends.
I bless the world because I bless myself. I bless the world because I bless myself. I bless the world because I bless myself.